Xel-Ha is a popular natural water park in the heart of the Mayan Riviera of Mexico. It's an all-inclusive, unlimited snorkeling, water activities, beautiful scenery, and unlimited food and beverages. It's located about 30 minutes between Playa del Carmen and Tulum. In this video, I'll give you a tour of the park as we enjoyed it, and also give you some tips from our visit from my husband's big guy perspective. And at the end of this video, you'll get to listen to our tour guide giving our group her tips and tricks for Xel-Ha. So make sure you stay to the end. We purchased our tickets and traveled to Xel-Ha from our resort's WestJet representative. It was a nice, comfortable coach bus, and we arrived before the park opened. In Canadian funds, we paid $409 for 2 adults. Xel-Ha has many different activities that you can do in any order that you'd like. I'm going to show you the order that we did it in, which hopefully helps you avoid some lineups and crowds. There is a river that runs into the main bay or inlet. Now, to get to the start of the river, you can take a tram or ride a bike, or you can walk along the path. And on your way to the river, you'll see the zip lines and other water activities in the adventure world. From here, you can choose to either snorkel or tube down that river. We chose to tube the river this morning. It was quiet and peaceful, slow going through the mangroves. The current of the river is very gentle, so you'll probably have to use your hands to steer and paddle. Along the river is Adventure World, which features cliff jumping, zip lines, and a water obstacle course that you can get to these activities from the river or from the trail that runs alongside the river. We passed the cliff jumping this time and floated to the zip lines where there were no lineups at this time of the morning. After some fun zip lining, we decided to head back up to the start of the river and now snorkel down it. And by this time, there was more people. There isn't much to see in the river as there wasn't a lot of fish. It's a lot easier with fins on your feet to get to the shore and now to try the cliff jumping. One of the workers brought parrots to the bridge and we got to watch them fly all around and above us. Snorkeling or swimming down the river can be tiring and difficult, although I'm not a fan of wearing a life jacket as I'm a really good swimmer. But with all that swimming, even I was thankful that everyone in our group and everyone who visits Xel-Ha needs to wear a life jacket. Once you get to the inlet, that's where you start to see a lot more fish and some coral reefs. So for the best snorkeling, spend your time in the inlet on the south side of the inlet along the shore, which is exactly opposite of the restaurant side. There's a scenic lighthouse with water slides, and they have 2 kinds of slides, fast and slow. I wasn't permitted to go on them due to my numerous health conditions. They don't allow aqua shoes, GoPros, or phones on the lighthouse, but they have lockers right at the entrance to safely store your stuff. We decided to climb the top of the lighthouse to see the view, and I really wanted to show you some footage, but this stock photo is just going to have to do because phones were not allowed at the top of the lighthouse. There are optional activities that you can do for an additional cost, like dolphin experiences, a stingray encounters, and zip bikes, to name a few. I felt that there was plenty for us to do in one day, so I didn't feel the need to pay for any of these optional activities, but they did look like they would be fun. Your Xel-Ha ticket includes breakfast, lunch, and drinks, and they have several buffets to choose from. In our group, the ladies chose the Mexican buffet for lunch, which we really enjoyed all the selections, and the 3 guys chose to have burgers at another of the buffet restaurants. Xel-Ha is an all-inclusive park, so you can go to these buffets as many times as you want. If you're planning on visiting, there are a few things that you should know how to make the most of your visit to Xel-Ha. My husband is a bigger guy, and he said that there are a few things that guys like him should definitely know in advance. When you find a life jacket that fits, keep it. There are lots of average-sized life jackets and not many of the bigger sizes. The lockers are co-ed. If you're wearing a swim shirt, which is a good thing to do to not get burnt, take a partner to help peel it off at the end of the day. When tubing the lazy river, the single tube may not fit. You might need a 2-seater tube, or have the staff let a little air out of the tube so it rides a little lower in the water. When it comes to the zip line, opt for sitting in the sling instead of holding onto the handle. Also, watch out so your butt doesn't drag on the platform. Here's a cliff jumping tip. The current is strong there, so be prepared to swim across the river to get back to where you parked your tube or put your mask while you were jumping. At the restaurant, order 2 or 3 beverages before you go through the buffet, as the waitstaff are going to be busy and might not make it back to your table before you finish the rest of your meal. For the slide, you can walk up and look around, but if you're over 250 pounds, you are not allowed to slide down. Also, if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, heart condition, recent surgery, concussion problems, etc., all prevent you from using the slide. The restaurant and bars close an hour before the buses leave. There's only one bar near the swimming bridge that stays open till the close of the day, so you can hydrate before you leave. They have several different stations with lockers and change rooms for you to choose from, and they provide snorkel gear, life jackets, and towels. All you need to pack is a change of clothes, water shoes, and eco-friendly sunblock, as regular sunblock can harm the coral reefs and the fish at Xel-Há, and they are absolutely beautiful, so we want to make sure that they stay protected. I had a lot of fun snorkeling and ziplining, and there was plenty of things to do and see in addition to the water park. It really is beautiful with plenty of opportunities to lay back and relax. Even though we didn't rest one bit, we wanted to stay busy the entire time. The park is just the right size. It's not too big, so it means you can, if you plan right, you'll have enough time to see and do everything. The food is surprisingly good for a tourist park, and I had a great day at Xel-Há. I would absolutely recommend it if you're visiting the Riviera Maya. One last tip is we went to see the manta rays at the end of the day. Usually you have to pay in order to be in the enclosure, but once the day is just about done, they release the manta rays to swim into the open area of the inlet. And so we got to follow the manta rays along the bottom of the ocean. And it was absolutely amazing to be able to have that experience and not have to pay for it. So there's a little note to maybe wait for them at the end of the day so you can also see them too. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will try to reply to everyone. Now, as promised, let's hear the suggestions from our tour guide and what her tips and tricks are while visiting Xel-Há.
This is the map that you're going to find every 300 meters. Este es el mapa que vas a encontrar cada 300 metros. The services for locker stations, servicios o casilleros, these are the colors. Estos son los colores. Remember, I recommended the red station. Yo les recomendé la estación roja, which is right here. Next to the international restaurant, al lado del restaurante internacional, and next to the Mexican restaurant, y al lado del restaurante mexicano. But wait. Es el bueno. It's also close to the bar. También está cerca del bar. You guys will be able to find lockers, casilleros, showers, regaderas, baños, restrooms, your snorkeling equipment, equipo de snorkel, and towels y toallas. So it's very complete. Está muy completo. Now, you guys want to use any other? No problem. No hay ningún problema. For Zachary, you guys are going to go to Tulum Xel-Ha. So your guide, when you come back, he will recommend you the ones that they think is, that there's not a lot of people, right? So they will tell you, okay? Now, the bars, el bar, the restaurants, los restaurantes, orange, naranja, letters of the alphabet. Con las letras del abecedario, okay? Now, life jackets, remember I told you it was included, the life jacket is mandatory, es obligatorio, it doesn't matter if you're the best swimmer, si es el mejor nadador, mandatory, obligatorio. There's different spots for this, hay diferentes lugares donde puedes recogerlos, so you don't have to be carrying with one all day long, no tienes que estar cargando uno todo el día. Now, from the activities that I recommended, de las actividades que te recomendé that are included, que son incluidas, I mentioned the lazy river. Dije el río relajante. Like I said, the pink circles, los círculos rosas, son actividades que están incluidos, like the trolleys, como el bicycles, bicicletas, the inner tubes, los tubos flotantes. Okay? Now, Like I mentioned, bicycles or trolley or walking to get to the beginning. If you guys forgot something to leave something in your main locker, si se te olvidó dejar algo
on the river,
casillero principal, maybe your hat, your gorra, sunglasses, or something that you guys don't want to take with you and want to do the river, o algo que pues no quieres llevar contigo mientras
He didn't do that. He just did
in the
he
green
didn't do the
station, en la estación verde, they have some huge bags.
He
Tienen unas
was
bolsas
scared of the
grandes.
water. Like
Keep your stuff inside.
didn't want to
dejas tus cosas ahí. They give you a key, te dan una
Snorkeling.
llave. Keep it, te la quedas.
So I went snorkeling.
Do the activity, haz la actividad. And once you finish the
So we're
river,
going
una
to
vez que termines el río, look for the checkered flag. Busca la bandera de cuadros. You'll bring your stuff there.
So they all
Se bajan
need
tus
them.
pertenencias.
Guys,
Okay, so fácil. Now, another attraction, otra atracción, like I mentioned, the lighthouse. Again, like I told you, it's not exactly where the inlets meet with the ocean. Justamente donde se encuentra, donde la caleta termina y se encuentra con el mar. Te lo recomiendo, highly recommend it. Floating bridge, puente flotante. How can I describe this? ¿Cómo lo puedo describir? So because that's where the waves crash, como ahí es donde chocan las olas, it's like if you have drinks with tequila. Alright, just welcome. Es como si hubieras tomado 2 días para caminar. Now, fish flags, banderas de peces, more fishes, más peces, so that you guys can snorkel in that area, para desarrollar en esa área. Para los niños, por ejemplo, are you ready to show me your challenge? El área de juegos para los niños.
I'll be scared to jump. You dive आराम से in the pool every day. This is where I
Y bueno, questions, dudas. No? Sure? ¿Seguro? Okay guys, now, like I mentioned, pink circles, activities that are included, actividades que están incluidas. Blue circles, círculos azules, it's all of these, son todas estas, okay? These are extra activities to your experience. Son extra actividades para tu experiencia, like a complimentary, como un complementario. Dolphins, delfines, stingrays, mantarrayas. If you guys allow me to recommend you two, si me dejas recomendarte dos, the ones that I do when I come with my family, las que yo hago cuando vengo con mi familia, adrenaline, adrenalina, it's a speedboat, es un barco que va rápido, 360 spins, ¿cuántas? 360 underwater, debajo del agua, believe me, it's worth it, vale mucho la pena, okay? If you're not a good swimmer, si no eres bueno para nadar, or maybe it's not, something that you don't do a lot, es algo que no sabes hacer mucho, but you want to enjoy, pero quieres disfrutar, sea trek, alright? Sea trek, literally, for this activity, two things that you need to know how to do. Dos cosas que necesitas saber hacer. Breathe, respirar, and walk, y caminar. That's it, that's todo. You're going to go down, vas a bajar, they're going to put a helmet where they're providing oxygen, te van a poner un casco, cuando te están dando oxígeno, you're going to walk, y vas a caminar. If you guys do sea trek, si hacen sea trek, recommend it, yo te la recomiendo, there's 2 spots to do it. Hay 2 lugares para hacerlo. In the inlet, al interior de la caleta, and where the inlet ends, donde termina la caleta. Do it near the floating bridge. Hazlo cerca del puente flotante. Why? ¿Por qué? Because it's like close to the ocean, como está cerca del mar. It's like if you guys do 2 activities in one. Es como si hicieras 2 actividades en una. Sea trek, la caminata bajo el agua, and stingrays, y mantarrayas, because the stingrays are there, las mantarrayas están ahí. So instead of doing, en vez de hacer sea trek and stingrays, parts, both of them in the same activity, alright? Ambos en la misma actividad. Those are the ones that I recommend, es las que yo te recomiendo. Another one, otro, our snorkel. Did you guys see Wakanda?
Yeah.
Yes? You guys remember where they go inside a cenote and she grabs like a machine and it covers her? Well, it's something similar like that, right? But the good part about this, you can drive it. Tú la puedes manejar. You have fully control over it. Tienes control sobre ella, okay? And the picture package, guys, el paquete de fotos, 40 different spots where you can scan, 40 lugares diferentes donde puedes escanear, automatic cameras, cámaras automáticas, and photographers, okay? When we enter, cuando ingresemos, we're going to follow the red flooring. Vamos a seguir el camino rojo. Remember guys, Zachary, number 18, alright? Número 18. If you guys want to reserve any activities, si quieres reservar una actividad, you guys can book here, pueden reservar aquí. Remember, as you guys can see, the red letters, the rojas,
Right.
the red thing, the red sign, el de este rojo, 10% discount, alright? 10% de descuento, because you guys took transportation with us, porque tomaste transportación con nosotros. If you guys want to book, go ahead, si quieren reservar, adelante, and if not, guys, no, thank you for your time, gracias por su tiempo, enjoy the park, disfruten el parque, ¿vale? Have fun, guys.